For the first question, we have to highlight names that contains the text AM in yellow color. For that, we will select our range, we will click on conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, and we will click on text that contains. Now we will specify AM and let's change the format to yellow color and we get what we were looking for. For the next one, we have to highlight scores greater than 85 as green and less than 33 in red color. We select the range again. We go to conditional formatting. We select greater than. Let's specify 85 and we will choose the format as green. Now we select the range again. We will click on conditional formatting. We will select less than. We will specify 33 and the formatting is fine. So scores greater than 85 are highlighted with green and scores less than 33 are highlighted in red. For our date of joining, we have to highlight dates that occur in the last 7 days as red text. We will select this range. We will go to conditional formatting and this time we will select a date occurring and now we will select the last 7 days and we will format our cells as red text. For the next question, we have to highlight above average stores in green and below average stores in red. This is very straightforward, but before we do that, we will copy these cells to the other two columns as well. Now let's select the range. We will go to top bottom rules. We will select above average and we will highlight it with green color. We will select the range again. We will select below average and the color condition is okay. So we get what we were looking for. The above average is highlighted with green while the below average is highlighted with red. For the next question, we have to just show the bars and we don't have to show any data for our ratings. For this, we will select this column. We will go to data bars and we will select more rules. Now we will select show bar only. We can also make other changes if we want. And now we just get the bars with no data. Now for the next question, we only have to display icons. Where the value is greater than 7, it should be highlighted with green. If the value is less than or equal to 3, it should be highlighted with red. For this, we will go to icon sets and we will select more rules. Now we will select the icon sets of our choice and we need to change these values as well. We will change this to greater than. We will select 7 and then we will select number and this should be highlighted with green arrow. Now we know that anything above 3 should be highlighted with yellow. We will again change this to number. We will select greater than and 3 and the rest should happen automatically. The red arrow is correct, which is what we wanted. We also have to select show icon only because we do not want to show the data. Now we get what we were looking for. For the next question, we have this dataset for sales of our products in the last 12 months. We need to highlight it using 3 color scale. We will select the range. We will go to conditional formatting. We will select color scale and let's choose this option. Now we can see that the month of March and July are usually slower than the other months. Also, product 7 and product 10 sell slower in comparison of the other products. Did you come up with these observations or any other interesting ones? Please post them in the comment section. For the next question, we have to highlight the entire rows. Now conditional formatting with formula is really easy if you understand absolute, relative and mixed referencing. If you have not watched my video on the same, please do it now. So we need to highlight rows where the score is greater than 84 in green color. So we want to compare these values with 84. If they are higher than 84, we should highlight the entire row with green color. Let me tell you a little secret while working with conditional formatting. The formula that you write should be generic enough that if you copy it in the neighboring cells, it should work perfectly. Let's understand this more. So we are checking if this cell is greater than 84. It is not greater than 84, so it returned false. Now if we copy this formula to the next cell, it starts checking if D2 is greater than 84, and we do not want that. For this particular row, it should not matter in which column we are pasting our formula. It should always check if C2 is greater than 84, and for that we have two options. We can either fix our entire cell or we can fix just the column C. If we make this cell absolute and we copy the formula down for the other rows as well, it is still referring C2, while for this row it should ideally be referencing C3. So we know we need to use mixed referencing here. We need to make our column absolute and our rows should change if we copy our formula down. Let's make this change, and now when we copy our formula down, we will get the correct answers. So whenever you are writing formulas with conditional formatting, you have to write formulas that will return true or false, and you will have to make them generic so that they work correctly for the entire range. Let's copy this formula. We will delete these true or false, and now let's just select our range. We will go to conditional formatting. We will click new rule and we will select formula, and we will paste what we copied earlier. I want to highlight one thing here. When you get comfortable with absolute, relative and mixed referencing, and you are comfortable with formulas and conditional formatting, you won't even have to write these formulas separately and then copy paste. You will be able to write them directly in the conditional formatting section itself. Let's select the format as green, and we get what we were looking for. Now we also need to highlight rows which have scored less than 20 in red color. For that, we will select our range again, and this time let's write our formula directly. So we know we need to check if C2 is less than 20, and we know that our column reference should be absolute while our row should be dynamic. Let's do that. We format it with red color, and now we get what we were looking for. For the next one, we have to highlight the rows with the top 3 cells. For top and bottom, we know we need to use the large and small functions. Let's write our formula here quickly. We need to check if the value of this cell is greater than or equal to the third highest value. For that, we will select this cell. We will write greater than equals to large. Now we will select this range again and we will write 3. We need to make sure that our range does not change when we copy our formula down, so we will make it absolute. Also, we want the column B to stay the same, but the rows should change, so we will implement relative referencing here. Let's do that, and now we get our formula. We will copy it. We will go to conditional formatting, new rule, formulas, and let's paste our formula. We will change the formatting to our green color, and now it's highlighting the top 3 rows. Let's change the value of one of these cells and we will make it to 0, and now the color of this row has changed and it is instead reflecting in another row, which proves that our formula is dynamic. For the final one, we have to highlight rows that are duplicates. We will use countif function. It can help us count the number of occurrence. We will select this range. Since we do not want this to change, we will make it absolute, and we will select this cell as our criteria. Now we also need to make sure We are always referencing the correct column while our row can change. So we will implement mixed referencing here, and our formula is now ready. We can just copy this in our conditional formatting. Let's do that now. We will click on conditional formatting. We will select formula. Let's paste our formula, and now we will select the formatting of our choice again, and we are able to highlight things as per our requirement. Now that we have practiced conditional formatting a lot, let me give you a practical scenario which I had for one of my projects. The user wanted the capability to highlight cells based on percentage achievement. For example, here we have sales for 6 employees for 12 months and the target here was 100. The user wanted to highlight individuals who have crossed the target at least by 55% in green color, and this entire thing should be dynamic. If he wants to change the percentage to 50, the highlighted data should change accordingly, or if he wants to reduce or increase the target, the data should change accordingly again. Please post your formula in the comment section for this question, and if you need any clarifications, please do let me know.